Hello, everybody, and welcome to our webinar, The Future of Identity Management in the Retail Sector. Hopefully you all enjoy it and we'll have some good insights here today. Short introduction to the trends, what there are in the retail sector currently out there. So basically it's all about omnichannel, in that linking the digital and the real world identity today, which basically means in the e-commerce we are all active with an email address or different other digital identities. Then when we are entering the local store, the company or the supermarket, whatever, doesn't recognize us anymore. So matching these two identities, the digital and the real world identity, is one of the big challenges today to really soften, smoothen the omni-channel experience and deliver a really personalized and comfortable journey, customer journey here. Some of these trends also are related to virtual reality, augmented reality concepts, which we'll see during presentation 2. We'll have the conversational commerce, so which is basically in regard to during chats, maybe WhatsApp or other messaging chat tools, we can buy certain products, services here, curated shopping, what we all know. So we have managed shopping here where we get some recommendations, we get like all our personal characteristics included into the shopping experience here. And especially the e-commerce thing is arising in the last years or month, that we have like all famous examples of dash buttons or other things where we have regular products or services delivered to our home, or where we can regularly buy the same stuff here. Let me shortly introduce myself. My name is Sattu Gipman. I'm Managing Director of Vedas ID, which is a subsidiary of the Vedas Concepts Group. I'm responsible as Chief Product Officer for our product cidaas. My background, I have a master in IT and global studies, and I'm currently working on my PhD, so on computer science. And my personal goal is to always develop digitized business models. So really being part of the digital transformation, transferring current business models into the digital world. And thereby we especially focus on identity-based business models here with cidaas, and follow our slogan, everything revolves around just one thing, identity, which is basically one key component in today's customer journey. Let me also shortly introduce the company, the Vedas Concepts Group. We have around 5 offices worldwide, around 120 employees, and we have many projects with innovative technologies and in regard to the digital transformation today. Shortly to our today's agenda, and we'll start with the trade. So trade or retail in the past, in today's world, and how it could be tomorrow. Then we'll have a short look at the modern corner shop, an omnichannel experience, and thereby we also show a perfect customer journey, how we see it today. And in the end, then relate all that to the customer identity and access management concept, and also to our system cidaas. Having a look at the changes in trade today, so especially how devices take over a wide range of tasks in the shopping experience, in the customer journey. So if you consider the past or the touch point in the real world, especially, so in the corner shops where we enter the store, we know the salesperson, we get in touch with the salesperson. The salesperson has personal insights into ourselves, into our families, our preferences here. We have a personal contact, personalized experience here. We get in touch with the salesperson, talk about daily business, about changes in private life, and we also get recommendations. Maybe today there's an offer for a certain product or certain food, what I personally prefer, then she hints me to this product. So that's like especially a really good customer experience, also cross-selling what the salesperson can do here. And that's really due to we have a personal contact person here. And we have the complete context knowledge here to really give these recommendations to these personalized offers here. Over the time, then also the virtual touch points added to the customer journey that can be in the supermarket, in the corner shop itself, based on maybe displays and others, but also especially in the e-commerce sector where we have e-commerce, we buy certain product services directly in the online shop and let them deliver home. Also here, it's more and more important to gather data and um, give a personalized experience when I move there, what I'm doing, and what actions I'm performing on the online shop or also in the supermarket. So when I um, go shopping in the supermarket here. And in the third aspect, in the future now, it become more and more obvious that devices become a touch point too. So I'm not only as today in today's world, I'm using a laptop, I'm using a smartphone, a smartwatch, maybe a tablet. So I already have a bunch of devices available here, but that will increase. I will have a refrigerator and maybe a washing machine. So different devices which are in my household or maybe also which are in my office, which will be part of my customer journey where I will interact with my retail partner, with my um, with any supermarket, with any online shop here to maybe order special things directly, do an Abo commerce, or also get like personalized experience around of the products I ordered. And these devices can also be digital assistants, what we have today. So um, Alexa, Google Home, or others which are active here. In that relation, also the change in trades, especially due to the digitalization in the real world, we have these augmented reality concepts, what we mentioned already in the beginning. So I have maybe a mirror or anything else where I can see myself with new clothes. I have a really better augment customer journey with augmented reality. I can move to a store, see prices, see details about that. That can also be related to um, where the product comes from, how it is produced, what ingredients are used in supermarkets, and all that to get like a better understanding of the product itself. So to deliver context around the product. And as mentioned, the correct shopping concept where I get like fitting products like I buy a jeans, I get recommended a proper t-shirt which fits to my style, but which also fits to the product I just bought. So these correct shopping concepts which are also emerging and can be not only played in the real world or in the online world, it can be also played in the mixed world approach. So I get sent some products home, I can try these products, and then I can buy them directly also in the real world and get some additional recommendations in the proper local store to based on the recommendations or based on my orders I placed in the online shop. Having a look at a customer journey that's only exemplary, we took out a supermarket um, to hint to the different processes, so of the different phases of a customer journey when buying in a supermarket or any other store, with the pre-store, to-store, in-store, and post-store experience phases here. So imagine the scenario where I cook for my family in today's evening, and I have a look at the online receipt list, get some ideas for today's dishes, decided for a receipt. Then I put the receipt for 5 people onto my shopping list. So then, based on the number of 5 persons, the receipt transfers the proper or the proper required ingredients get transferred. So five steaks, 3 tomatoes, whatever, directly onto my shopping list. So that's especially in the pre-store experience. I get like all the necessary information. Um, my requirements are recognized, and I can evaluate different receipts, different whatever, different supermarkets here, and then I can add it all to my shopping list. One big experience here is also that then we can directly hint the person. Let's say I register online and decide for a receipt here, and then I can single sign-on based, go into my app and then get here a direct recommendation which store next to my location offers all the ingredients what I need. So I can directly transfer persons from the pre-store to the two-store experience. I can navigate a person then um, to the next store, can check the availability here, and thereby also removing access restrictions. So I don't need to go to a store where not all ingredients are available. I don't need to check on any other map or so where the next store is. I can just get all personally delivered to myself. I can also get information about how long it's open, for example, and fit it to my personal schedule here. Arriving in the store, also a big advantage here. I get navigated to the local parking slots, park there. I'm recognized that I arrived on the store. I can maybe unlock my shelter here. Then I can get a navigation in the store. So where are the products I have on my shopping list in the store? I can support mobile payment or purchasing activities here. I can also deliver real-time marketing, so personalized offers um, to the person or to the person shopping in the store currently. So then coming back to the past, where the salesperson had personal and context-based recommendations for myself. Basically, okay, I know you like these sweets. There's an offer on these sweets, 10% reduction, so you can buy them. Same I can do then today because I recognize the person um, being in the store, and I can also deliver personalized recommendations on the context. So basically, I put a receipt to my shopping list. So I basically know I'm cooking today evening. I maybe a steak, a beef steak or something. Then I can deliver a perfect dessert here. So let's say I buy 5 beef steaks. I can also give the recommendation perfectly fitting dessert would be like any anything else, any sweet, any dessert, any cake or so, what I can recommend then to the customer here. Additionally, the last step in the customer journey is the post-store um, phase where I support the customer in using my products, which basically means happy cooking. Thanks for buying. Next time you get a 5% discount. And then I also help him in the cooking process in that case. So I go there, provide videos or anything else, any guidance that he can finish the receipts for the ingredients he bought in my supermarket. Then I can do some post marketing, and I can convince him to buy again with me because he really loved the customer journey pre-store experience. He found a perfect receipt. He could put the receipt for 5 persons, so getting all the ingredients to the shopping list. He was navigated to the store, find a parking slot easily, was navigated in the store, got a perfect offer for the dessert, and then also could purchase with mobile payment, got a discount maybe, and then also he was guided through all these consumption process like cooking and then delivering it in a proper way. That's basically one really important thing. What can be delivered here? The second use case would be coming back to the shopping list, that people are living together. It can be a family. It could also be friends or students, and they have the shopping list together where all people can put their shopping items on the shopping list, and then they can order it or some person can buy it. In this case, for example, Lisa puts her cosmetics on it, Anna put her shampoo on it, and Mo put the toothbrush on it. So basically, all the things, all these personalized, really small offers and services around products, which are really important today to convince customers and deliver a good customer experience and a good customer journey, are always based on identity and identity-based models, business models here, because we always need to recognize um, the persons behind it and the groups behind it. So basically, in that case, the group of students, in the case before, recognize me for myself buying in the store, and also that I cook for, let's say, 5 other persons. So I need to get all the context, and I need to get the identity, transferring this identity to all the different shopping phases here. Another use case, which is really important, the real world identification, when I'm going to put like, which is really especially important in certain countries, I bring back old bottles and all that, get back like a deposit. I can directly, today I get like these small paper things which I can hand over during the purchase process. Today I can easily do it and um, throw these things into the deposit machine, and then I get it directly charged on my phone into my app, and then can you reuse these monies, this deposit in the purchasing process, and also target the persons directly here, throwing that in, sending a push notification, enjoy your shopping, thanks for bringing back all these old bottles. So basically, really recognizing or utilizing all the touch points the person currently had. Currently, many of these are, I would say, quite stupid, and utilizing them in the context of providing a good customer journey is basically a good approach, and especially the identity is a key part in that. How all that matches now with the customer identity and access management system, I already mentioned it. The identities and all these things are really key component, and that's also why we want to point it out here. It's especially about the omni-channel approach. So I need to recognize the person in the offline world. So at service points, salespersons need to recognize point of sale, and also the other touch points as mentioned, and bring back old bottles. All these things where I have touch points with my customers that can be also arriving on the parking on the parking slots, um, and also that's the same in the online shop. So in the online world, so online shop, my receipt book, my shopping list, so all these touch points in the offline world as well as in the online world, I need to recognize and identify and authenticate the customer to um, interact with him in a personalized manner over all channels, and also recognize the requirements, his activities on all these channels. That hints to a set of functions customer identity and access management system needs to deliver. Basically, the user comfort is one of the main things. So I need to easily allow him to authenticate, identify himself. That can be a digital identity, that can be with device biometrics, any password authentication options. It can be also maybe utilizing some social logins. In the real world, it can be by offering NFC, beacons, geofencing, QR code, different approaches here to recognize the customer in the real and in the online world. It needs to be important that integration of customer data um, needs to be considered here. So I need to allow the customer to give me some data, to change the data, and also to integrate these data with other systems. That's why we, with cidaas, offer everything as an API, so that all the services, all the information can be retrieved via API and also can be accessed via API and changed via API. In today's world, it's also important to get the consent of the user, to make it transparent. So show him what we do with the data, how we do it, and then in the next step, really do this marketing automation. So really give the recommendations the customer wants. So basically, using all these touch points, using all these data gathered here to really interact with the user. Basically, as mentioned, I recognize he put receipts on the shopping list, gets into my store, buys the ingredients, and then I can give him a perfect dessert recommendation. As mentioned, the identity management is quite important, and as pointed out with the group beforehand, it's not only one person what I need to recognize, it's also groups what I need to recognize. So in the context of a family, in the context of a group bunch of people living together, so really recognizing not only one identity, recognizing groups of people, and also maybe machines or devices which interact on behalf of a certain user. And last, of course, the security, especially in the context of retail, we focus a lot of the comfort of customers and a seamless customer experience. So security is important, but it shouldn't disturb the customer in his customer journey. So basically, in that aspect, we have a bunch of mechanisms after the passive authentication based on fraud detection to recognize normal customer behavior, and only if there's any abnormal behavior, any unexpected behavior, we can add additional factors, security factors, for example, multi-factor authentication or anything, to confirm it's really the customer buying anything in my store here. Finally, to sum up today's webinar, we would like to thank you that you all joined. There's a short action, what we ask you to do. What should you do tomorrow? Basically, we have some more industry-specific webinars upcoming for the medical engineering, financial service providers, energy sector, and at the end, beginning of September, we have our live demo. You're free to join here. We are happy to see you in the webinars, especially also join our live demo to see what cidaas offers here. Today's focus was on the retail sector to give some overview what can be done in the retail already, based on identity-based business models. And for sure, we also would like to ask you to do a jump start, because the most important thing is to start with a certain topic. So in that aspect, to start with customer identity and access management system, get in touch with us, discuss with us and our partners what can be done with the customer identity and access management, what can be achieved. And what we offer in that cost aspect is the cidaas free plan, which is a free plan up to 500 users, all the time free. So just start with it, get in touch with the topic, do your first experiences, and discuss with us what you can achieve here. Thank you very much for your attention, and hopefully see you in one of the next webinars or in the live demo, and hopefully you'll get in touch with us or with our partners in the next days and weeks. Thank you all, and have a good day. See you.